You know how to design. Your Figma files are looking perfect, your components are consistent, and the prototype seems very realistic. The gap between the mockup and the real functioning product is not a technical one, it's something entirely different. And I think there are three main points for why people actually feel stuck when it comes to delivering a real product. And in this video, we are going to cover what mockups really are and why the problem is not what you really think it is. And third, and most importantly, one system that can change the entire game and help you achieve to ship your first digital products. If you're new here, hi, my name is Murat Bayral, and I help people ship real digital products. Without further ado, let's dive in. Point number one, mockups are sandcastles. Before we talk about how to ship, we need to understand what mockups really are. Imagine you are making a sandcastle on the beach. A big, looking really pretty, all the soft edges looking perfect, and someone cross by and say, wow, to your craft. But then when the tides come in, it's gone. Nobody lived in it, nobody used it. It was just a practice. A mockup that never shipped is basically the same thing. It looks amazing, but temporary. It is real on the moment that it only existed. Most designers treat the mockups as the product itself. They polish, iterate, and refine, add more screens on top. But the actual problem is the file gets bigger, the fidelity gets higher, and the distance between the shipping grows. Figma itself is not the product, it is just a blueprint. And the moment you confuse the blueprint versus the building, you stop making progress. A perfect mockup that no one uses is not design, it's pure decoration. Point number two, the decision that nobody makes. Here's the real reason why designers are not shipping, even if they are the most talented one. It is not, let's say, the imposter syndrome, or it is not like this missing skill that they might have. It's one single decision they keep on avoiding. And I want to illustrate with, let's say, a chef. I love giving examples from chefs. Let's imagine a chef who is perfecting a recipe, okay, for 6 months straight. He writes every possible scenario with every possible ingredients, but actually never puts on plate. But let's say after 6 months, he decided to say, okay, let's try this time and put it on a plate. It looks amazing, and serve it to real people. And that person can easily say something like, this sauce is quite salty. That 6 months of effort and this perfection is poof, gone. That uncomfortable conversation was the whole point. That feedback was the whole point. As a chef, you need to taste whatever you make, plus you need to help people to taste it in order to have some feedback and in order to achieve the perfect dish. So, in a nutshell, the plate itself is not the risk for me. The plate and the serving action is the shortcut itself. So designers who keep on avoiding shipping real products is because the mockup itself is still controllable. They can add a few more ingredients to make it perfect. Once it's live, somebody can easily say something is actually wrong with the product or the flow itself. So let me tell you the solution in Figma terms, plain Figma terms. Take whatever the frame you have, export them, whatever it is available. Use Figma Size, Figma Make, so you have no excuses. You can use Framer, Webflow, or you can wipe code it. You can check some other videos that we might have. Test it with wipe coding tools like Lovable. We have Claude Code, which is doing an amazing job. You can use Gemini. There are tons of it. Get it in front of the real people. In conclusion, staying in Figma can feel like you're in a safe zone, but for me it is just another way of saying avoiding things. It's just a longer way of not deciding things and seeing progress. Point number 3. Systems beats motivation. So let's say you decided to ship. Great, but here's the second problem. And that one is a little bit sneakier. Most designers are running with motivation, that idea spark or whatever you call it. When your new idea arrives, you open the Figma, the joy is there, and the motivation is there, and like after a few days, the momentum fades, and that file that you never give actual name and sits there as like an untitled file in the middle of nowhere in your Figma projects. So the shipping itself does not have a motivational problem. It's a system problem. A restaurant does not rely on chefs' motivational thinking to run every single morning. The menu exists, the prep list exists, and they ship no matter what. So the system moves whether the mood is there or not. So for me, what you could do actually is you build a shipping workflow, not a design workflow. Design workflow ends in the handoff, whereas the shipping workflow ends when your product is used by someone else. That means connecting the Figma, whatever you use as a platform. That means having a stack that you use is kind of ready every time. And that means the next steps are written clearly before you close any file. For zero2ui.com, this is exactly what the lab teaches step by step. The whole journey from the first file, all the decision making, till the last product that people actually can use. Motivation helps you open that file, but system help you achieve the first version, the second version, the final version that people can actually use. So pick one thing that you have been designing in Figma for many time, but has not been shipped. Give yourself at most 48 hours and ship it no matter what. Not perfection, just ship the real thing. And if you say, but where to go next? Well, in this video, you will see exactly how we can go from a paper idea to a product that can be shipped and tested with real people. And do not forget, you know how to design. All you need is the decision that you have to give. Thanks for watching.